KINTEX for the World Hydrogen Expo 2025. I'm here for an interview with the editor-in-chief from RenewablesNow, Anna. Anna, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome to Korea, first of all. Can you please introduce yourself and your publication a little bit?
My name is Anna Vasileva. I'm the editor-in-chief of RenewablesNow. We are a global news and market research source covering the development of the solar, wind, energy storage, and green hydrogen industry. In addition to news articles, we deliver also tailored market research with a strong focus on Europe, the Middle East, and our strongest and biggest audience is in Europe, the US, and the Middle East.
Wow, so a big audience covering a lot of regions and all about renewable technology sources in general.
Right. We are based in Europe.
Okay.
But our coverage is global.
Is global. Okay,
Yes.
Based in Europe, global coverage. This should make for a really interesting interview. I have some kind of niche questions, more micro scale, and some macro scale about the global hydrogen economy as well. So we're going to start out with my first question. How do you believe Korea's hydrogen production technologies can contribute to the energy transition in Bulgaria and the broader European countries as a whole?
I think that technical transfer and practical expertise are the ways that Korean companies can support companies in our region, because as we know, Korean companies have been developing hydrogen technologies for long, so this is a way if they transfer this knowledge and know-how, they could support companies in our region.
Wonderful. That's why I hear so much these days is the amount of great technology and expertise being developed very rapidly here is actually going to be transferred over to other areas of the world like Europe, like the States, where perhaps there they have the policies, but here they have the technology. So it's about like all these regions and globally working together, right?
Yes, this is the best way for cooperation, and we see here these companies at the Expo, so many.
Yeah, absolutely. In the context of the rising EU hydrogen demand, which areas do you see as the most practical fields of collaboration between Bulgarian and Korean hydrogen companies, or you can talk broader scale, European and hydrogen companies?
I think technical equipment supply, for example, or developing safety standards and measures, because you know safety is a big issue in the hydrogen industry, or joint work on component manufacturing are also issues that could be feasible. Collaboration between companies.
Absolutely. A lot of my interviews here after working at this exhibition for 3 days or so is hearing how important, of course, safety and measurement and testing is. And I see that a lot of that happening here too. Not just coming out from Korea. I see the technology, things like Hyundai, hydrogen engines being developed here, but I also see Korean companies doing the testing and measurement equipment, as well as importing testing and measurement equipment from other countries as well. So that's going to become, for safety, one of the biggest parts about getting this off the ground.
Yes, right.
As Bulgaria expands its renewable energy capacity, what significance do you see in renewable-based hydrogen projects globally?
As we heard many times during the conference, the global hydrogen and green hydrogen industry is going through an adjustment and reset. But I still think that green hydrogen will have its role in decarbonizing areas where there aren't many other options. So it will have its place. We in Bulgaria, let's speak about our market, although it's a small one. We have also some initiatives, but they are not. There is not much progress in their development. So for example, like hydrogen valleys, like in Italy.
So do you think perhaps, as you said, and I hear this a lot too, the hydrogen industry is going through a bit of a reset and it's seeing other potential markets for hydrogen. As you said, it's also, you see the value of it in going more carbon free or carbon neutral. Perhaps from a smaller micro scale, maybe it's that the global or the bigger companies or bigger countries develop first and smaller countries without a hydrogen initiative yet, countries like Bulgaria, start to kind of follow as it starts to build back up.
Yes, yes, yes.
How do you view the potential for the Balkan region to become a hydrogen logistics hub in Europe, and what role could Korean companies play in helping this happen?
Yes, the Balkan region has a potential to become a hydrogen logistics hub because there are already initiatives. For example, Greece is positioning itself to become such a hub, but these initiatives are mostly at the concept stage, so it is a very early stage of development of such initiatives, but there is such an idea for transporting green hydrogen or green electricity from Egypt to Europe.
Okay, so bringing in from other areas into Greece in the concept stage, perhaps, you know, this being a global exhibition, perhaps it's the Korean companies, like I said before, a lot of the Korean companies, or what I'm hearing from Korean companies as the policy and regulations are in development here, but a lot of the technology is ready to go. So perhaps it's bringing technologies from here over to areas that have the concept stage, right?
Yes, this would help, and this is a potential area where Korean companies could be involved.
Sure, absolutely. What cooperation opportunities do you believe World Hydrogen Expo 2025 offers to companies in Bulgaria and Europe in general?
As we mentioned already several times, I think that the technology area, equipment supply, component manufacturing, even research and development, because Korean companies and institutes are very active in research and development.
Right.
So these all are potential areas for cooperation, and this is where RenewablesNow could be helpful for Korean companies to position themselves in Europe, because as I mentioned at the start of our conversation, Europe is one of our biggest markets as we are based there.
Right, so that being one of the biggest markets, Europe also has its initiatives being very climate forward and wanting to go to a more sustainable, renewable energy future. Perhaps it's the policies and everything gets developed there and the plan gets put in place, and bringing the technology from here as a technology transfer, but not just transfer, real collaboration, right?
Yes, it could be, for example, in the area of mobility, because this is an area which Korean companies focus strongly on, and hydrogen mobility is part of the EU strategy, so this is another area where there is potential for cooperation between companies from Korea and Europe.
So it could be just about matchmaking, right? Find the right match for the right solution.
Yes, right.
Anna, thank you so much for your time, your insight, and being here in Korea with us for the World Hydrogen Expo. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the invitation and hospitality.
Absolutely, thank you.
Thank you.